It's very orky. We've got level up for Azhag. We'll get our last rank of Du Bois, bringing us the full bonus. Lots of juicy stuff there. And lots of different units affected by it. So very, very cool. And for our Shaman, we're going to have the Power of the War, which unfortunately I have to mouse over because they changed how the tooltips work in this. So it's a passive ability. Whenever I'm casting a spell, and then for 25 seconds, I recharge my power 80% faster. So I think by casting spells, you get more of your mana go through the sieve and become available for you to use. So you can churn through your magic quicker, even if you do still have a finite amount. Boosted by the positive energies of fighting greenskins, all spells of the Big War increase in power. Oh, excuse me. And we'll continue researching, go bigger. So, Sputter is still there, but he doesn't really have anything good to do against me, so I'm not too concerned about him. Who have we got south of us? South of us we have Ungrim Iron Fist,
the Slayer in me seeks death,
which is a dwarf legendary lord, and he's a bit of a killer. We're going to have to deal with him at some point, and I'm not looking forward to it. Let's see if Vlad will be our buddy.
Welcome. Sit by my side, and let us discuss mutually beneficial matters.
So, Vlad von Karstein, he's only at war with one enemy, which is a different Vampire Counts faction, Templehof. And he's open to be our friend. And instead of having to pay him like last turn, he will give us 123 poultry teeth for the offer. But I want to get on good terms with him.
Darkness
for now. Good, an agreement. Let's hope that orcs are capable of remembering it is in place. Harsh, man, but totally warranted. So, we can see here that he has 4 settlements. So that's just another interesting thing. And this power bar says that if I was to fight Vlad, my chances of winning are like less than half. He's got a greater balance of power over me. You know, it's just an estimate rather than a fact. The end of this turn. Okay. He's just rushed in to fight my town. I don't think this will be a particularly interesting battle. It's not really worth playing. It's a pain to play settlement troops that have only just respawned and have no health. So if we mouse over the auto-resolve, it will tell us that it will kill off all of the settlement's troops, which is fine. They probably would have died anyway unless I sat there and babysat them. And yeah, I just don't think my 20 plus garrison is a very interesting fight versus their 4, so I'll just skip even playing it, which is something you can do in this game. It's not something I like to do very often, unless it's going to be very boring. We won the Magic Light and the Helm of Discord, which is cool. It's on cooldown reduction to the enemy's chance to hit you and their defense, so it's very easy to tear up the enemies once you've cast that for 25 seconds. Got a load of experience, money, and scrap. And I think just to help things along, we're going to replenish our army a little bit with eat captives once again. Generally, they don't just run into you like that unless that was their last army, and it just, you know, revenge. So, we have gained a trait, which we'll gain along the course of the game, which is for having multiple victories over the Ogre Kingdoms. This Master of Strategy and Tactics has wiped the crude lumpen ogres from the chessboard. If not forever, then temporarily at least. So, this whole army, with this leader, will have 3 more leadership when they're fighting any Ogre Kingdom's army. Which is great for when we come up against more more awesome Oaken Kingdoms later on, but these ones are destroyed, the Rock Skulls. We will keep the Helm of Discord on Azhag. It's better on him than the Shaman, because we're going to be in melee a lot more. We got that extra 10 growth from the research, so that's cool. We're nowhere near any combat, so I think we might go ahead and just start our next one. So... yeah, I'm thinking about going with heavy metal. Now, it's cool because it only takes 1 turn to complete, but it is going to cost us 50 scrap, unlike other researchers have, and we only had 78. So it's a bit of a shame that the scrap's gone. When we research it, we will be able to use scrap upgrades on regular orcs, orc arrow boys, and orc biggins. This will permanently give us 10 more armor for all orc infantry units, which is all of the ones that were listed above there. And all orcs for the rest of time will have 5% more weapon strength, which is phenomenal. And we have a warning that our garrison has not moved, which is Azhag. Now, will Underway stance allow us to leap over any mountains at the moment? No, not enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk up to the edge of this mountain here, and then next turn we're going to jump across over this way. In addition to lots of orcs in this army, I do believe we're going to have some boar boys, which is orcs riding boars. This will give us an extra 12% movement speed for them, and an extra 12 charge bonus for them. Greenskin cavalry can be devastating if the myriad mounts can behave. Getting a big stick and maybe a carrot in the form of an orange painted gobbo is the answer. That's hilarious. That's that. Shaman also got level up. Let's give him another rank of Brain Burster so we can overcast it. And it reduces the cooldown of Brain Burster by 30%. Nauticans are recruiting a new army. The better the meta, the better the murdering. Technology complete. Right. I think we're going to take this technology for upgrading goblins, but only because we're looking at something that upgrades orcs after it. Now, Gobbos. The goblins been getting a bit angsty. Maybe we should give them some toys to play with. 2 more leadership for goblins, 5% less upkeep for goblin infantry, 2 melee attack for goblin units, and 10% missile strength for goblins and night goblins missile infantry. So now we're going to do that maneuver I was talking about. Underway stance, which allows us to go under the mountain, although I often say over the mountain, and wind up here. I took the whole jump in the one move, and it left me with nothing left. And even if I'd only done partially somewhere closer, that would still take up the whole move. That's just what that stance does. I'm going to head down towards Ungren Iron Fist, and it's going to be a bit of a slaughter, and I'm not sure in which direction. So let's upgrade Karak Ungor first. And that used up my 1 growth that we finished getting, but growth's coming in a lot better now that we've got the Camp Ruckus going on. So we had to upgrade this too quite quickly. And I think that's everything really.